Whenever you sell to prospects, they have internal conversations which hinder them from closing or deciding to do business with you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take care of those internal conversations that stop people from buying so that you can make sales faster. So if you're a salesperson listening to this, these techniques are very simple, they are straight to the point, and if you wait till the end, you would see that it was worth your time. My name is Iyore. We've trained thousands of salespeople across several countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, USA, EU, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales, and I'm featured on lots of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I worked on an organization where I was going to target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals, and I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals to the organization in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup annual expense paid trip. I moved to another organization. I was able to double my portfolio by over 100% in just 11 months. I'm CEO for Advantage, and our specialty is in Salesforce management. This means we help sales teams optimize and get sales results faster by setting up structures, frameworks, and toolkits for them to work consistently over a period. So let me walk you through what you can do now to close sales faster, ladies and gentlemen. We laid a solid foundation yesterday, and the summary of yesterday's session was that you need to have more meetings with prospects. The more meetings you have with prospects, the more you understand the consistent problems or challenges that you face in your space. The moment you put the first technique to work, which I spoke about yesterday, which is identifying your target audience, and you start to sell to your target audience consistently, what makes a target audience a target audience is the fact that they have things in common. Now, when you're selling to people who have the same things in common, you'll find out that they will also have objections in common. They will have their hesitations in common. The things that stop them from making a decision, they will not be too far from what every other person is saying, or in their industry, or in that niche, or in that target audience. What one person will say will not be too far from what others will be saying. So, in fact, if you categorize it, you wouldn't face more than 6 objections. There wouldn't be more than 6 things that would be the reason why they're not going ahead with you. They could say something like maybe it's the price, it's the speed of delivery, it's the timing, it's the size, whatever it is. But the point is that it won't be more than 6. You'll be able to categorize them into 6. And who knows, yours may just be 2 or 3. So these common hesitations or objections that they bring up as a reason for not buying, whether they are saying it or at the end of the day you discover that that's what's stopping them from making a decision, it's important. Now. This is the reason why we emphasize on the importance of keeping data as salespeople. When we talk to organizations, when we coach a lot of companies, a lot of individuals, a lot of teams, we emphasize the importance of data. Because you see, if you don't have the information, if when you engage prospects, all the information you're keeping them in your head, you won't be able to do these techniques I'm showing you right now. You have to have some level of data collection. For most companies, we recommend a CRM. Because with a CRM, you can give details of the conversations you're having with prospects, where they are, and how long it's going to take you to close the sale. Of course, you will also see what the challenges are. Maybe with qualifying, to know who the decision makers are. You will see all that, and you'll be able to address it. Now, if your company has not invested in a CRM, if you're listening to me, you own a company, you run a team, make recommendations for a CRM to your boss. If you own the company, invest in a CRM. Because it will save you a lot of time and cost in salaries by making sure that your people are more productive and are able to get results faster. Now, if, for example, you work in a sales team, your company has not invested in a CRM, and you don't have the power wherewithal to be able to engage your company to go ahead and invest in a CRM, the minimum you can do is have an Excel sheet where you keep data of all your engagements. Because an Excel sheet, at least that can guide you to a large extent. Now, if you say something like, Iyore, I need that Excel sheet you're talking about, type in the comment section below. I have a template I can send to you, and I'll send it to you for free, just for today. So just type in the comment section before I say, Iyore, I need that template. Just drop your email address. We'll push it out to you, right? Now, the reason I'm saying this is because you must find a way to track and keep tab of all your client engagements so that at the end of the day, you know the status and be able to move them from just being a prospect to closing the sale. Now, the moment you've been able to identify these major areas, you want to build these answers to those objections into your presentation. And that's why we emphasize the importance of having a sales presentation. How you sell to Mr. A should not be too far from how you sell to Mr. B. There are things that must be present in every sales conversation to make you persuasive enough to anticipate the objections and handle the objections. Now, one of the first things you can do is, now before I mention it, when a prospect is trying to make a decision, please, there are certain things they consider. I'm going to mention it shortly. I want to put some foundation first. There are things you must consider. Number one, the prospect will think, do I like or trust you? When the prospect is trying to make a decision, this is how it makes a decision. It's in this order. Number one, do I like or trust you? And this is where how you appear, your personal appearance, your smell, your hygiene, your grooming, dressing the best you can. Say, if you are in an industry where I don't think there's any industry where you can wear suits, because the business attire for engaging prospects is your suits, as a man at least. For ladies, corporate attire to have the advantage. Now, just in case you're listening to me and your industry is like, oh, my industry is too unique, or we don't wear suits. My point is, at least dress properly, present yourself well, because you know that the first thing the prospect is thinking about, do I like or trust you? The second thing the prospect is thinking about is, do I like your company? Now, if the person likes or trusts you and doesn't like your company, there will be a challenge. There will be the hesitation for the sale to close. So the place you will build the answers to these objections that you're going to be facing, that are stopping prospects from taking action now, you build it into the point where you're going to be selling your company to the prospects. Before that can work, you must make sure they like or trust you. Apart from dressing, ladies and gentlemen, another aspect where you want to show that the prospect, you want to make prospect like or trust you, is in listening. Listening. I was coaching one of our students yesterday, and of course, she's doing so well now. In fact, the revenue she generated the whole of last year, she has already done it now, and we have one more quarter to go. So she's doing so well. In fact, her MB is always sending her to close these deals for her. She's just at the top right now. She's so respected in her company. Her brand, her personal appearance, her personal branding has changed. Transformative. Now, I was having a session with her yesterday. And in that session, I asked her, I said, walk me through how you sell to prospects. Why was I asking? Because I had already shown her, and I was trying to test to see if she had mastered it, to see if she had actually been using these things. Because every 2 weeks, we have a session. Now, by the way, if you want to join our coaching program, you can send us a chat in the comment section below. Just say, Iyore, I'm interested in the coaching program, and we'll send details of how you can join us for the coaching program. So I said, sell to me now. When she gave her pitch, 5 points, no ifs, no ands, no buts, no filler words, smooth, perfect. When she was done, I said, okay. I said, fantastic, this was a lovely pitch. I said, okay, but why did you stop? What next? She now continued. At some point, I was now asking, I said, okay, now, at what point do you allow me, the prospect, start to talk? She now says, okay, is at this point, allow the prospect start talking. I said, okay, you know what? Can we reduce the size of this pitch slightly so that you can get the prospect to start to talk earlier? Why am I saying this? Why was I making these adjustments? Because if the prospect starts to talk earlier, you will close earlier. This means you want to position your presentation in a way that the prospect does most of the talking. Ladies and gentlemen, be in charge. Let the prospects do the talking. I don't go for any meeting with a prospect, any interview, or whatever it is, and when I get there, what I'm thinking about is waiting for the person to talk to me and I'll answer questions. No, I take control from the beginning. I was at office of an IT company. I was meeting the MD. This was 2 weeks ago. When I met him, he said, "Oh wow, you're looking good. Your suit." We exchanged compliments. He sat down. I said, "Okay, sir." I went straight and started asking questions. I didn't say, "All right, sir." I was listening to him, waiting for him to speak. Then he said, "Okay, thank you so much. I saw your proposal. Can you talk me through?" No. I went straight to asking questions to take control of the conversation so that we could close and be able to provide so much value to this company. And that's what we're able to do. We're able to close. Because if you take control of the conversation, you can steer the ship to the direction you want. If you put somebody else in charge of the ship will land where you don't want it to land. If you want your ship to arrive where you want it to arrive, you must steer the ship yourself. And the tool for steering the ship in the direction you want is asking questions. So ask questions. Ask more questions. Before you start communicating any value, ask at least 3 to 4 questions. Someone says, "Iyore, I don't even..." Use asking questions. I'm not going to go into that now, so I can focus on finish up on the points we have. But ask more questions. And as you ask questions, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You practice 7 steps to effective listening. Number 1, mental disposition. Your intention is not to reply. Your intention is to understand. Number 2, physical disposition. Face the person. If it's a video call, make sure cameras are turned on so that you can see that you're making eye contact. You're facing him or her. Don't look at the screen when you're having a video call. Look at the camera on your phone. Wherever the camera is on your phone, look at it. Don't look at the screen. Imagine me talking to you right now. I'm looking at the camera now. But if I decide to look at the screen, I'll look at the screen here. And with that, it doesn't look like I'm making eye contact. So a part of physical disposition is also nodding to show me you're paying attention. Number 3, make sounds. Okay. Number 4, ask questions for clarification. Just in case you don't understand anything. Sorry, sir, are you saying ask questions for clarification? Number 5, don't interrupt to give any information of value. You can get clarification, but don't interrupt to give any information of value. Number 6, when you're done talking, make sure you pause. Don't just be in a hurry to reply. Pause. 3 to 5 seconds. Number 7, paraphrase what the prospect has said to you. Then reply. When the prospect is done talking, sorry, not when you're done talking. When the prospect is done talking, pause, please. When the prospect is done talking, pause. Then you paraphrase, then reply. When you've done this, you set the foundation to be liked. Because science has shown in any relationship, the person who is likely more influential is the one who is doing the listening. So set the tone quickly for the conversation to be liked and trusted. Now, I'll close with this. Set the tone to handle all the objections. Sell your company to this person. Because people who do business with you, they know you, they like you, and they trust you. The first thing they'll consider, do they like you? Do they trust you? Next thing they consider, do they like your company? Is your company credible enough for them? Prove the credibility of your company. The common objections the prospect normally face, you infuse them into the presentation of your company, because you want to anticipate the challenges they'll probably have, and you address it by selling your company to this person. At the point where you're selling the company, the issues around pricing, address them. The issues around size, address them. Issues around timing, address them. Issues around delivery, address them. Around certifications or credibility, address them. So give 5 points about your company. If you have any awards, talk about them. How long have you been in business? Talk about them. If you're certified or you have any certifications, talk about them. If you have certain clients who you've done business with who are concerned about the price and now you're able to turn things around, mention them. Make them like case studies. If you do this, you anticipate and be able to address all their concerns and all their issues. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, you want to make sure that you share testimonials too. Add testimonials. See, don't forget to share testimonials. To make sales faster, make sure that you enhance and strengthen your credibility. See, sometimes then prospects don't do business with you, not because there's anything wrong with you, but because they are not aware of what you've done for other people. Don't think that because you're so good and your company is doing so well for many clients, automatically prospects know. No. If you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will know there's a trumpet. If you don't say, I am here, nobody will say you are here. I remember reading the scriptures, and the Pharisees and Sadducees in the Bible came to meet John the Baptist, and he says, who do you say you are? So that we can know what to say about you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, hey, so powerful. Who do you say you are? So that we can know what to say about you. Where are your success stories? Share them. Don't say things like, I'm not sharing too much. It can't be too much. The more you talk about them, the more chances it helps the prospect make a decision. Now, don't fall into the trap when the prospect says, I already know you. No need to share all those stories. Just let's talk about the price. No. Say, no problem, sir. I'll get to the price shortly. Let me just walk you through this case study quickly. Just a minute so that I can talk about the price. Then you go into that case study, go into engaging, and letting the prospect see what you've done. And this is why, please, you need to research. Do follow up on your existing clients. Those who have bought from you. Where is their feedback? Where are their success stories? Where are your reference letters? Get all those things. It takes effort. See, anything in business requires effort. Sales is not just talking to people and just look at them to buy. There's a scientific approach. I'm showing the scientific approach to make your selling faster. If when you sell, the things I've shown you, you infuse them. You sell yourself by listening properly. You sell the company properly. You ask more questions. You ask for the money. You share testimonials, of course. After sharing testimonials, you ask for the money. When you're done, you close. Don't just share testimonials, and when the person is done, you now say, okay, sir. So that's it, sir. No. Okay, sir. So what name would you like on your offer letter? How many units are you looking at? How are you you're paying via check or transfer? You see, you're asking closed-ended questions so that you can move him to the decision and help him make a buying decision. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions, please type in the comment section below. If you have questions around closing, maybe when you go out to sell, you come up with some obstacles and you see certain challenges. When you come on live stream like this, just type your questions in the comment section below. I believe I would see the questions, and with that, I'll be able to give you a response. So if you haven't watched the next video, watch the next video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe here as well. Please remember to like this video, share with others. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, if you want us to work with your sales teams to help them optimize their results using our sales performance brand. Our sales performance brand is a model where we introduce you to your company, our frameworks, our structures, our systems over a few months to help your guys perform perfect results and set up the culture for consistent sales. So just send us a message. We can reach out to you and work with you. Thanks so much for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your day. God bless.